Hey GlamFam, it's my beautiful wife Alison.
Hello there.
And myself, Linwood. And today we're going to be showing you a product that we have never seen or tried before. This video is sponsored by haircareshop.com. And today we're going to be reviewing the inglam 360 degree airflow straightener, which it sounds like a lot, it is a lot, but it's a flat iron that literally has a cooling fan in it to blow cool air out. So it's got a couple different interesting features, which I want to show you guys. I've already got it plugged up, so we've only got limited reach here. This cord is about a 5.5 foot cord by the looks of it. So the flat iron looks like this here. It's got these holes on top and bottom. And as you can see, it is spring loaded, like how a curling iron typically would be. So I feel like it would be great for people with carpal tunnel, people who have arthritis, wrist issues, things like that prevent them from being able to grip like they usually would on a flat iron. With this one here, it does all of the grip for you. It also means that you have a consistent grip as you're going through your style. So that way you don't have to worry about your grip loosening, and then you can just kind of focus on the act of pulling it through the hair, which is nice. The cool aspect of it, which it literally has a fan feature on there. Let me turn this on. Its auto setting that it comes on at is at 410. Now you can adjust it, and it starts out, let me bring it down. It starts out at 330, as you can see here, and these are your different options that it goes through. So 370, we've got 410, 420. God, please teach me how to read. Don't do that. Back down to 330. So I'm gonna let's do 370 and see how that does, because that's a typical range I would do with Alison. Usually I do about 380 on her. The outside of it, honestly, even though it's warming up, the outside of it, it's focused on your face. So let me see here. Can you see me now? Okay, so the outside of it honestly does not get super hot, but it does come with an ineffective glove. And yes, even though this is a sponsored video, y'all already know I'm gonna give you the real. So
the real deal.
Yes. So I am honestly really interested to try this out, just because I've never seen anything like it in 20 years of being a hairstylist legally. I've never seen anything like it. It did come with a comb, which honestly is poor quality. It came with some clips that are not the best quality, and the glove is more like a winter glove than like a heat protection glove. But they're not selling you all of this. These are extras. You bought the iron and you get the extras. It did also come with a storage bag, which I always feel like is nice for you to be able to store accessories, things like that in. So that's a plus too. I forgot to show y'all. That's like the main feature on here. So let me zoom you back in. So you guys see like this little button right here? This is a fan button. Do you hear that? Like, there's literally a motor that comes in down here and sucks in air, and it blows cool air out of this portion of the flat iron. So my thought process here, if this works as it's supposed to, is that this will help to blow cool air on the scalp. That way she's not feeling so hot while flat ironing, things like that. By the way, her hair has been freshly shampooed and blow dried. There's no product in it whatsoever. So I'm just gonna go ahead and section off some hair here, and we're gonna try this out. I'm gonna try not to burn her all up. I'm gonna probably have her hold her ear, because this is a bit bigger of a flat iron than I typically work with. I'll tell you what, that thing sounds like it's about to take flight, don't it? Okay, so you want to go ahead and get your ear for me? There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and comb through, open up, and flat iron out. So honestly, yeah, that's really, really easy. Let me get y'all closer so you can see what's going on. Okay, so first impression so far is honestly, it's doing a pretty good job. It makes it really easy, and I will say, even though I don't have carpal tunnel or arthritis, it is much more relaxing on the wrist. So that's definitely a plus. Alison, in terms of your perspective, how are you feeling about it so far? Did it feel overly hot at the scalp or anything with the fan on?
No, I really didn't feel like anything was going on. It just felt like you were parting my hair and barely touching it, really. I didn't really feel like anything going on.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because honestly, I usually grip the iron harder than it's gripping her hair. So That's something to be said as well. So if you're tender-headed, you don't really have to worry about tugging and things like that. But you may find that you prefer a slightly higher temperature because that means that you're not getting that intense grip on there either, like I would typically be getting in a press. Tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and have you turn towards the mirror, and I'm gonna have you try this out on yourself, and that way I can see how user-friendly it is for someone doing their own hair. Okay, so let me hand you that. Hold on just a moment, let me move the camera. Okay, so Alison has a mirror right there. I'm gonna go ahead and see how this is for her. Do you need the comb?
Yeah.
I bought you this, $2 million. By the way, this iron is about $47 online on Amazon.com. I don't have a discount code yet. If they end up sending me one, I'll put it in the description box down below. So yeah, just check out there before you end up purchasing anything if you decide to get it, because if they give me one, that's where I'll put it.
That's weird. Feels like nothing's happening.
Yeah, when you're pressing it, it just feels like you're just kind of gliding over it.
Yeah, there's no, you call it taut part of it, you know. I feel like, how long should I leave this here till I feel it heat up?
Now, I don't know if you noticed there, because it was a bit strange to me. I was a little scared how you just left that sitting at the scalp.
Yeah, I just left it there because that's what I'm used to doing.
Gotcha. Did you feel any heat or anything?
No, it got a little warm, but then I was like, don't burn your hair off, trying to be normal. But this is different, so I'm going to treat it differently. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know how I feel about this. I probably won't be able to get in there like I want to.
That's the one concern I have, is being able to get all up in those edges, which I'll try when we're done, but we'll see. Because this is about the size of like a chi, maybe a little bit bigger. So it is a bit more bulky than I'm accustomed to working with. You know, I like a 1/2-inch iron.
So, yeah. I will say, it's strange because my hair holds heat all the time. It's strange to be like, there's no that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and run through the rest of your hair, I guess, and then we'll kind of sum the video up. I don't really feel like there's a ton that we need to cover on this one.
Oh,
Lord, don't die. Don't die. We need you falling off the chair now.
Trying to baptize me in the carpet.
I'll short about cow. Shit about a hand. All right, now we're coming down to the moment of truth. Down into the buckshots. Let's see here. So I will say, even though the clips are made of like a rather thin plastic, they're doing their job. The grip is holding good. I wouldn't expect them to be like these super sturdy do-it-all clips, but they are getting the job done rather well, I think. So I won't complain. Okay, so coming along to this nape area, I'm gonna have you tilt your head forward just a little bit for me so we can stretch that skin. Let's see here. See how much I can do with curling. Yeah, and it still gives a bit of curl pretty well, so. Okay, well, so far I'm gonna have to say I approve. I like this iron. I was a little skeptical, but also excited because, like I said, I haven't seen an iron like this before, so that's cool. You feeling any heat in the nape area?
No.
I also like the fact that it seems like it glides really easily over the hair. So this coating that they have on here is a really good coating, because I know sometimes you'll get like ceramic irons, things like that, and when you first pull them out of the pack, even though it's supposed to be like a no stick coating and all that, it still seems to grip a bit. With this one here, it seems like it's sliding really well straight out of the pack, which is nice. Now I will say, because the cord is so short, I would not recommend this for salon use. I think that the job that it's doing is good enough for salon use, but honestly in the salon we prefer 10-foot cords. A 10-foot cord is just going to get you a lot more reach to be able to go all the way around your chair. So that's the only downside for me, is I just feel like this cord length is a little too short. But yeah, honestly, and I really don't know why you would need the glove they gave you anyway. Like, if you were using it with this, I feel like it would give you all the heat protection that you could potentially need, because when I tell you the outside of this is not hot. It's a little warm, but it's really not hot. And even still, like, unless you're just placing your hands right up on the plate, I don't see how you would burn yourself on the hands with this unless you just straight up clamped it on your fingers. Like, I don't know how. Which I'm sure stranger things have happened, because we all know that person who has clamped their ear and everything else. Being a cosmetology teacher, I've literally seen people burn people in the eye, like in the eyeball, melting contact lenses. So, you know, stranger things have happened. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the fan. Let me know if you notice a difference.
Okay. I'm curious though what the life is on it because of the fan running like that.
I don't know. I don't know if there's like a certain shelf life to those components or how that would go, to be honest with you. Okay, you notice any difference?
No.
Okay. Okay, turn the fan back on, anything? Okay.
Because you don't feel the air pushing.
Yeah, it's a very light push, I think. I feel like the only time it would really impact is like when it's right up on that scalp area. Let's see if you can feel that. Anything?
I mean, just a little warmth, that's it.
So, yeah. So I don't feel like the fan is 100% necessary. Honestly, just the way this is built, it seems like it's really difficult to burn yourself with it. I mean, it's great to have some additional airflow in there. And Alison did say she felt a bit of air flowing through, but I don't see where you would absolutely have to have that feature of it on. I think the selling point of this iron is not the cooling element of the fan, although that is really cool. I think that the selling point of this iron is the fact that it's a spring-loaded flat iron. I haven't seen one before. And I honestly think that it gives you a certain measure of ease when working with it that just allows you to easily get the hair done without any extra stress or strain on your hands, on your wrists, on your forearms, especially if you are one that has issues in those areas. So I definitely feel like if you are one that straightens your hair, wants to straighten your hair, and you have that issue, this is a tool that will make the job so much easier for you. But I don't know, I'm still really surprised at how well I feel like it is doing, just because of the fact that it doesn't really feel like work on my part. I wish they had come out with something like this a bit sooner. I think that it would have made working in the salon a little bit easier, because I mean, every little ache and pain that stacks up by the end of the day counts. And when you've been gripping a tool pretty firm all day long, your hands do tend to hurt at the end of the day. When you've been braiding hair all day long, your hands do begin to hurt at the end of the day. So to me, just something like this that is kind of preserving some of that health, especially if you compound that over the amount of time that I have been in this industry, having something that is going to kind of keep that ergonomic aspect in mind a bit more, I think is really beneficial. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish her out, and then we'll let you know our final thoughts at the end. Okay, so let me, child, that mirror over there dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these edges. We're gonna pray, saints, let us pray, and we're gonna see how this goes, because this is a pretty bulky iron. Let's
It ain't happening.
Okay, all right. So the secret to edges, by the way, is like
scared.
you got to
Just wanna
take
let y'all know.
really, really small pieces with edges. Did it get you?
No.
Oh, you just
I feel
making
like
faces
you're
because you're scared.
about a fire right now.
Girl, yeah. Talk to the Lord in prayer. Tell him how you feel all about it. Okay, so we got some straightness there. Okay, Alison is scared. She's on the edge of her seat, but you know what? It's worth it for the GlamFam. We'll go to couples counseling if we have to. Okay. I just got one more corner to hit, Alison. You all right? You holding up over there?
Yes.
Look, you sound like you're afraid to talk and everything.
I'm telling you, I'm having flashbacks.
To being in the kitchen when they're telling you that's the grease, not the iron.
Yeah, of course.
I'm telling you, my thing is, like, I never understood why people said stuff like, that's the grease. I didn't do that. That was the grease. Like, you the one who put the grease in my hair, and clearly you put too much if it's traveling down to my scalp like this. And
My big mama was the best flat iron queen ever. She did the greatest job, and she never burnt me. But I tell you what, just sitting by that stove was scary enough.
Child, me seeing your big mama with her arm up on that stove was scary because she had a gas stove with a flowy robe on and had her elbow up on there like it was nothing.
She was used to
I'm telling you, I was like, I was like, Lord, don't let this old woman catch herself on fire. I'm telling you, that mess was scary. Whole house was hot and she still had that stove on.
Now you know where I get it from.
All right, so I feel like we got you pretty smooth in the scalp area. How's it feel to you, Alison?
Honestly, it feels really light. How does it feel to you?
I mean, it feels nice. It's got more body than typical, but it's not something where it's like, girl, you didn't even touch that with a flat iron. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it feels good to me. I will say I was impressed. Let me see if I can scoot in on these edges for y'all. I was able to get pretty close. There are a couple spots where it was like her hair or edges are much shorter and I was like, I'm not trying to get a divorce today. So yeah, but honestly, like all of this here, we were able to get without burning her, all around the ears without burning her. The hair got straight. It's got a good degree of shine to it. A nice degree of movement. Like, look at that shine, y'all. There's no product in this hair whatsoever. And this is at 370 degrees, which is about 10 degrees less than what I would usually use on her. So while I could have gotten it even straighter than this, I think that this did an excellent job, especially while preserving heat. And of course, because I wasn't able to grip as tight, that's even less heat on the hair. So for me, I think that this is a quality iron, and I have, there we go. For me, I think this is a quality iron. I have no major complaints. I don't think that the AC part of it is like this super seller situation. I think that's a cool feature, but it's not impactful enough to be like, that's the selling point. To me, the spring-loaded aspect of it, the smoothness on the plates, the ease of styling, how my wrists and my hands are feeling now, like, you didn't even do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is the part of it to me that is like, this is a fantastic product. I don't have any major complaints. I am satisfied. So satisfied. Oh, and the packaging was lovely, even though it's not gonna stay in the packaging, but I'm a sucker for packaging. Like, look at this box.
I mean, the packaging can be used again.
Alison is the queen of being like, you know what, I'm gonna give people sausages in this.
Yeah, I reuse boxes for gifts, and I mean, this is a really nice box. And the bag that it came in is good for if you're traveling and you want to put it away right quick and you're not
trying to burn up the rest of your stuff in your suitcase.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So definitely, I would say check it out. Even if you don't flat iron your hair, I think it would make a great gift idea for someone that you know, especially if they have those issues that we were referring to earlier. And like I said, if they end up shooting me a discount code, I will put it in the description box down below. So yeah, hopefully we'll do a chit chat or something soon for y'all. But until then, you know we love you, boo.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, take care, God bless, and stay glam. You know that has to come at the end of every video. You know we love you. Bye. And we are going to be reviewing the inglam, what is it called? Stand by.
Take two, please. Got an amateur on the set.
Oh, Lord. And today we're going to be reviewing the inglam 360 degree hair. What is this called? Airflow styler.
Can I get a refreshment over here?
360 airflow styler hair straightener. Child,
Maybe it's complicated. I don't know. Is it complicated?